match 2. Right now, Prime is like a sheep or a gazelle put into a lion's cage. Has to fight for survival.
That's right. At the top of this building.
The top of this building.
Where it's all at, guys. Prime versus SKT T1. Man, what a match. This is going to be very interesting. Starting things off with TerrOr versus Dream.
Well, I mean, just to be frank with you guys, Prime are like the underdogs, as in like they might like be so underdogs. They're like on the other side of the earth right now, man. Like Prime has had a very rough season. They had a rough season last season. They brought some new structure to their team. They're experimenting a little bit. TerrOr won a game.
He won a game, man.
Myungshik is looking like he might be at a new point. He might be a new player for them. Yoda looking to be like the new leader of the team.
I feel like definitely the lineup we have today, Yoda's the strongest by far. He's the guy that's going to have to win, and I think he has a great chance against Sue when that game comes up. Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see how TerrOr's going to do against Dream. TerrOr did defeat Yo. He beat him, but it was DBZ, and he did an all-in. So it's not like an outstanding sort of skill-based sort of victory. Still a victory, though. Yep. He will hold on to that one, and hopefully he rides that momentum into today.
So I'm going to say, I said this before, I'm going to say a really real thing right now. These two players starting, like you said, Dream versus TerrOr. For SKT, they want the 3 indicator because that is so important. When you play against Prime, you want the 3-0. Because when you look at all the other teams that have done well against Prime, if you can do better than the other teams did against Prime, say in a hypothetical situation where Prime never wins a game, if you can get the best indicator possible, then that's the best day you had versus Prime, and that's really important. I mean, real talk, putting on the table, that is what SKT wants today. They don't want to drop a single map. And that's why they bring their A game, even against a team like Prime.
No, this is definitely the day that you want to be making points. It's like, okay, we're against probably the weakest, arguably the weakest team in the league. This is the victory we need to kind of get ahead.
Yeah.
And they're definitely showing that kind of mindset, starting with Dream, then Sue, then Innovation, then Dark. All these players playing so well at the moment. They're definitely looking for at least a 3-0.
Yeah, the only swap-out pick that we see that we don't see from them too often, I don't think we've seen it all this season, is Dream. He played really well in the SSL and surprised a lot of people with some crazy micro. And they're finally deciding to use him here. But with how well he played in that match, I think it's a pretty warranted pick.
Completely, man. His TVZ was inspiring. Looking at that against Solar, I'm like, this guy really knows his stuff in this matchup. He is the way he microed, the way he did everything, just positioning-wise. He had everything down pat. He was in such a good mindset in that best of 5, and I think he can bring this up against TerrOr on Foxtrot.
Well, Yoda versus Sue, you said that was one of the matches you feel like is the best chance for Prime. I think that's definitely the case. I mean, Sue has been slumping a little bit. Yoda seems to be on the rise. And I also look at Myungshik versus Innovation on Deadwing as a map where Myungshik is tricky, he's sneaky. Innovation is like a program. He's actually not even really a person.
Yeah,
man. Myungshik actually can like crash the program, as we've seen happen already. In this studio, Innovation might lose there. But those are the matches to take. Creator versus Dark. I'm so sorry, Creator. You just keep hitting your worst matchup against somebody who's out of control good right now. Yep. That's not a match to look at where you go.
Merry-go-round, none the least. Like it's just not a good time for Creator at all.
Like, the 2 matchups that matter the most are Games 2 and Game 3. The other 2, it's a mountain to climb. I mean, those players could pull off a win here, but it would be miraculous.
Yeah, I definitely think TerrOr will not be going for that late-game macro. I feel like he will be going for some sort of timing like he did against Byo. I mean, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, Catalina being the 5th match as well means it would be a good map for Yoda to play Ace if they go there. But let's take a look at this coach interview here. The coaches are too tall, so she's saying it's actually like giving her a hard time. They're pretty tall. You have to win all the remaining matches if you want to go to the playoffs.
저희 같은 경우는 1라운드 때는 저희가 아직 그래도 전력상으로 많이 부족한 걸 저희도 알기 때문에
It's not a huge pressure for us because we know that we're a weaker team for round 1 and they're just trying to get prepped, so round 1 they're kind of taking it like that sort of approach. We're hoping that the existing players and the newer players just show their skills through the matches. And he's not feeling a lot of pressure.
선수들 컨디션이 굉장히 좋아요. 선수들 컨디션 위해서 특별히 뭐 조언을 해주셨다거나.
The condition of the players seems good today, and it's very important.
저희 팀 선수들 다 같이 진짜 정말 열심히 연습을 하고 그리고 아무래도 저번
All the players are practicing really hard these days.
패배했던 선수들이 지금 저번 주에 이겼기 때문에 원래 기존에 잘
And the players that lost in the first and second matches actually ended up winning recently last week. They gained a lot of confidence, TerrOr especially.
기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.
So we'll be looking forward to your performance today, she says. Now we're hearing from Uve.
아니요,
아니요, 맨날 보실 때마다 키 크다고 하니까.
근데 보실 때마다 큰 걸
He's
어떻게
always talking about is always tall.
정말요? 그럼 제가 분발하도록 하겠습니다.
Every time they meet, she always tells him that he's too tall. And
Hey man, I wish I had that problem.
네.
그래서 따라잡기 위해선 오늘의 압도적인 승리가 필요한데요. 자신 있으신가요?
저희 원래 경기하는 사람들은 항상 자신감이 제일 중요하다고 생각을 하고요. 자신감 없으면
so the confidence is what matters, and without confidence, you can't actually show your fullest ability.
많이 충전이 돼 있습니다.
네, 두 팀 모두 자신감 넘치는 모습을 보여주고 계신데요.
He feels like the players are really confident right now going into today's match.
지금까지 아유리였고요. 중계진 나와주세요.
네.
And that's going to be it. So basically, SKT coach saying like, we're confident. That's important. He didn't actually say anything like no trash talk. He's being very polite.
He didn't really say anything at all. He's just like, yeah, we're confident.
Like
it's good to be confident.
The most interesting part of the interview was how he made fun of her for always saying that she was tall, or that he was tall rather, and that she was not as tall as he is, because Uve is actually insanely tall. If you see him on camera, you might not actually be able to quite see that, but he's like...
Well, they're both too tall, man.
He's like 6'3", maybe 6'4". I think Gerard is like just maybe like an inch shorter than him, but they're both insanely tall.
Yeah, they're really tall.
I don't know what that is in centimeters for you guys. Like, don't even ask me.
Me neither, man. No idea.
I'm like, they're taller than me. I'm 184, so like at least 185, man.
Yeah. Oh, and looking back to the game, it's interesting the kind of mindset that we do see from the Prime coach. It's like, yeah, we're weak, but we're happy. We're mentally prepared for like losing or trying our best this round. But I mean, he had a whole year last year to do the same thing. And
listen, I mean, guys, Prime was a GSTL champion. They won in Las Vegas, right? This guy has coached a GSTL champion team. The value of the players back then, I feel, was much higher overall. You know, they had players like Bjorn, who was doing insanely well. They had Marine King. Yeah. Creator was really on point back then. But nowadays, you know, even before last season of Pro League, when Prime was in the GSTL, the last season of the GSTL, you know, Calder and I were saying the same thing. You know, he kept saying, well, I mean, we're not really stressed out. I'm like, well, when are you going to get stressed out? Because if you keep losing every round, I mean, eventually you got to face some music, right? Something has to change. They brought these two new players, Myungshik and Yoda. They're looking stronger. TerrOr's got a win.
TerrOr got a win. Look at that, guys. He's 1-1 this season. He beat BO. He's on his way from Doc 2. And this is going to be the biggest mountain yet this season, that's for sure. I mean, TerrOr versus Dream, the destroyer of Zergs, I'd have to say at this point. I was taken away by his matches against Solar. Yeah. And Solar is a fantastic player. Granted, he did probably play a little too much online leading up to that match. He did definitely expose his playstyle just a little too much. Did play a best of 7 the night before. Definitely helps out when you're preparing for someone.
Yeah.
But this is TerrOr, and TerrOr, yeah, he's won one game in over a year of Pro League.
Listen, Dream is insanely good. He's always been good.
Hans Zimmer, man.
Yeah, some of the best music, hands down. Brendan and I were talking about this, actually. A lot of these players choosing Hans Zimmer songs. It's like one of my favorite composers. But just going into this, Dream has always been a good player. People are saying suddenly he has this breakout performance. In Heart of the Storm, yeah. In Wings of Liberty, his harassment, his drops, his multitasking, always on point. One of these insanely young Terrans with a lot of potential. Now he's on the team that people are arguing is the best team, you know, for getting that sort of
They're definitely
growth.
cultivating his style again. He's getting better and better. He was one of those Terrans back a few years ago where we looked at him, we're like, whoa, this guy's pretty good. He's going to be somewhere. And then he kind of faded away a little bit. And now he's back on that Kesper team.
And let's see what he can do here against TerrOr. Going into game number 1.
Whoa.
T1 fans are winning the
Crazy,
yellow wars.
dude.
All right, down here the bottom right, the underdog here. Coming off of a win. Never thought I'd say it. TerrOr Prime.
He is on his way.
And up to the top left, it's Dream. Some incredible Thor control we saw out of him in SSL.
Oh, we're seeing PP by Dream. Looks like he's got some problem. Hopefully he doesn't get a warning for it.
Yeah, I hope not, man.
It's the last thing these guys need. Wanting to take maximize their kind of profit today.
Yeah.
You don't want to be losing points from a pause.
No, you certainly do not. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that chat over there on your computer, man, see if I can ascertain what's going on. I'm sure a producer will tell me faster than that if it's not typed in the chat. Sound problem. He can't actually hear the in-game sound.
Well, that is a big problem.
And that's certainly not his fault.
Nope.
Unless his headphones broke, I guess, which is insanely unlikely.
That would definitely be a problem.
Especially considering he's been warming up for a really long time as the first player for today. So
yeah,
perhaps a bug with the map.
Maybe.
For those of you who don't know, we use a super secret special loadout map for that cool little countdown intro that's reminiscent of the StarCraft 1 days for Pro League. It's a special lobby, and obviously sometimes you're more likely to have a bug on a map like this. Hey, look, it's Son. We're likely to have a bug on a map like this than on just like your standard LE map.
Oh, there's Oof. He looks really warm.
Yeah, he does. He's got some of the best sweater fashion sense, I guess. I mean, I don't know a lot about
sweater
this
sense.
Sweater sense. I got to ask Monte Cristo about this. He would know.
I'm not really a sweater guy. I'm a suit guy.
Yeah, you're a suit guy. Brendan's a sweater guy.
He is a sweater guy.
Doesn't mean he can't wear a suit. He actually looks great in a suit, but
he looks fantastic in a suit.
If I wear a sweater, I look silly, right? Some people wear a sweater. I'm like, damn, you actually wear that sweater well. Like Brendan, he wears a sweater as well.
I think I can pull off a sweater because I like classical kind of look with the long hair. I'm like sophisticated gentleman, sort of artistic, maybe. A little
right.
bit.
Yeah. You know who also looks really good with a sweater? It might surprise you guys. Is Tasteless. He looks great in a sweater.
Yeah, I can see that.
He really does.
Yeah, man. He's a handsome guy.
He is.
Yeah,
he is indeed. But yeah, I guess the sound problem is being resolved right now. He's typed in chat a few times, I guess.
What does DD mean?
My only guess is probably a typo from trying to do Control S to make sure the sound's actually on in the game or something.
Good point. Good point.
Looks like the problem's been resolved. It says
excellent
in the chat, so no more issues. Asking the players are ready. They both says yes. Go go.
Go go yo. I can read that, Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Korean's so good.
Yeah, dude. I've gone a long way. Game is resumed, so we'll be jumping right back in a second.
Yep.
After we see some people in the audience.
Don't be shocked. It's just a resume. Oh my God, there was no warning? I'm like, no, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Here we go.
All right, so let's talk about builds on this map. TerrOr is probably going to do either a timing, something aggressive, something unusual, I think.
I feel like that is his best chance, Wolf.
Oh, he's getting proxy.
Well,
though.
yeah, you know what? Dream is going to be the one doing the timing. He's like, oh, it's TerrOr. Let's finish this quick.
By the way, here's our first-person view again. Let's see if he sends down a second SCV. Okay, he is.
Yeah, so it's not going to be a Reaper or anything like that. It's going to be nice and quick. Proxy racks. Let's see how TerrOr can handle this.
This is the build that most Terrans would do against TerrOr. We've already seen Terrans do this to him in the past. In fact, I think Dream himself beat TerrOr last season.
Dream is definitely the kind of player to do this.
I think Dream actually, when he was on MVP last season, 2 barracks proxied and killed. He might have also done a Hellion timing. I just remember him beating TerrOr last season.
Well,
we had a lot of people proxy this guy. He got nervous.
We had a lot of people beat TerrOr last season, dude.
Well, that's true.
Next step is going to be, are we going to see a gas before pool? Are we going to see a pool next? Is it going to be a 15 pool? Is it going to be a 16 pool? Looks like there's going to be
2 extra drones and a gas rally.
It's going to be 16 pool, I think. Yeah. Okay, so not the worst scenario. He does have a nice spotter overlord. Oh, hang on a sec. He's going to do
that gas rally.
Gas and pool.
Okay, same time. Not too bad.
Interesting. He's going to run right into the barracks, so he's going to get a nice little warning.
Let's watch his face, actually, as this happens. I want to see how he reacts. Okay, he knows what's up. He hides the fact that he's seen it. So Dream doesn't know that he's been scouted yet.
He doesn't cancel the extractor.
Nope.
Gonna keep that alive. It's interesting. Generally, you want as much drones as you can to kind of come down there, just disrupt it. Same
He's
time.
actually mining from it fully as well.
So he's got a plan. I wonder if he's even going to cancel. I mean,
There's a possibility.
it's harder. I don't know. This is a very hard sort of situation. I'm very interested to see if he can kind of defeat this with the Ling drone micro and then transition to something with gas, like a Ling speed Ling.
There's the
follow-up.
cancel. You're spot on.
Okay, it's going to be the cancel. That makes a lot of sense. And now...
Roach Warren.
Interesting. Dream is going to probably want to... He's going to run up the ramp most likely.
He may actually try to bunker up there, too.
I think he's just going to simply bunker the ramp.
Yep, double bunker. You can kill those plates pretty easily if you control this.
Yeah. So it's really going to be up to... I think he can kind of break out with roaches. He's going to scout this with an SCV. Nope. He's going to get kind of zoned out for now. But he knows something is up. And we are going to see... We've seen players do this before. They get burrow as well. Going to be up to Dream to kind of be on top of this and know exactly what's going on and react accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a healthy work account at home. He's got mules. So he's going to have this tight wall at the bottom of the ramp to fall back to should things go awry up there at the high ground. If the SCV was on the bottom left, that queen could have tried to do some poke, but unfortunately for TerrOr, it's at the top right. Now it's exposed, but the Marines are there to guard. There's 5 of them now. And even though there's a tight wall at the bottom of the ramp, he can just reinforce up. He can just load and unload to get them in. So no problems.
Yeah.
Okay, Roach is scouted.
Roaches are scouted. He knows exactly what's going on. Let's see exactly what Dream has planned for this, because it is a pretty common thing these days. We'll see what his contingency plan is. He's like, what his reaction is. We are seeing another Rax at home.
Yeah, he doesn't have a factory, so he's actually just going to go all into one base behind this for now.
I kind of like this idea.
And
we are seeing gas. Not yet.
Do you think the eBay is just for detection because he fears burrow? Because
Yep.
that is what he's up against.
Absolutely.
Do you think he's going to make a turret next to this bunker? I mean, I'm not even kidding. You think he might make turrets behind that?
He
Or is
could.
just
He
gonna-
could on the low ramp,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
but he might be just be for defensive on in his main. We actually aren't seeing any turrets go down just yet. Maybe he's waiting for confirmation of burrow before he chooses to make a turret. I'm not entirely sure.
well, he doesn't have an SCV down there. He's going to have to do this first. Yep, and then he's going to make the turret. Oh, makes a third bunker first. Down that low ground. This bunker will get burst. I mean, there's not much he can do about that.
He should be able to salvage the Marines.
Yeah, at least most of them. Yep, good micro here.
No, this gets a little harder.
He needs a high ground vision, though.
To be honest, he should have brought down more SCVs. This would have helped out a great deal to kind of hold this forever. Because if he holds it forever, he just wins the game. Because this is very, very... oh, wait.
He salvaged the bunker.
Salvaged it. Interesting.
Well,
he's
he's got a lot of
repair it.
Marines now. And you know what? He has his ball back bunkers. He saves a scan. He's
Nice.
like, nah, I don't even need turrets, man. What's up with that?
Yeah, I like that. And now he gets a turret.
He knows this so well. He knows exactly how to handle this. He's seen this before.
Yeah, this guy is simply a monster at this matchup currently.
Look at all the extra money that TerrOr has that he can't spend. What's he going to spend it on? A macro hatch? I mean, I guess he might want to start considering that, to be frank with you guys. Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he can only spend his money when he has the gas for roaches. He might want to go ahead and take that second extractor.
He should have taken that second extractor. Look how many drones he has. 22 drones on minerals. He needs that second gas. There's no reason not to have it when you're that oversaturated.
Again, maybe nerves coming into play here. All right, he's going to try to break down, but there's a turret. He sees it, shakes his head. He knows that this is
getting gross.
Basically an unwinnable position. He doesn't have enough gas to transition to Lair, Nidus, anything like that. And I think he was expecting Dream to maybe make a CC, and he's like, well, no, I guess you just have a ton of money to make bunkers. And I don't see any way out from here. With one gas, I mean, how are we going to do with that?
It's only going to get worse from here. The longer it takes, the more ahead we've seen Dream get. And, I mean, it's 3 bunkers with a lot of SCVs.
Doesn't even have transfuse energy to try to...
He's going to go for it. He's already lost 1. Roach, maybe he's going to try and run past? I mean,
no,
even
there's no way. There's no way.
Even that would be asking a lot.
Even if he gets past, he's going to lose too many. There's already Marauder production at home. What's running past going to do for him after that? He even sees it with his Overlord.
Yeah.
I guess that's the plan here, though. Maybe burst the right bunker down since it's the most exposed.
Yeah, he's going to go for it.
There's only 2 SCVs to repair. He's got a few transfuses now. And that right bunker will fall.
He might have enough this time, actually. That's a lot of roaches.
Yeah. You know, he will actually be able to break through this time, but will it be worth it, the trade here?
Well, he clears it up, so it means he can take that natural if he wants to. He can go for the follow-up sort of counter-attack, but he doesn't really have enough roaches now. And with Marauder production already going, I don't think he can actually do anything.
Well, there's one Marauder out. The second Marauder's almost done. Combat Shields is getting very close to being done. And once he has Combat Shields, I mean, just slow Roaches versus, concave of Marines, especially with a bunker, for example, to help out, and Marauders.
We are seeing a double expand from TerrOr to try and catch up. He's going for that gold base.
Take the gold, which...
I mean, not a bad idea considering his situation. He really has to make something happen. He's really got to take risks. And now, Dream is sitting pretty, to be honest. He is in a very, very comfortable position.
Yeah, don't be surprised by the supplies, guys, because the supply doesn't actually reflect the situation here. You know, TerrOr is up in supply, but his economy is in such a terrible spot.
Like, the more time goes by, the less value those Roaches are as well, to the point where it's just like such a food sink. It's just such a waste of food supply.
It's okay, you can call it food.
I like to
We
call
know
it
your
food.
background, man. It's all right. That Roach goes down here, scouts that bio, and he's got to be so frustrated. Right now he's thinking, like, do I cancel my gold? I guess I have to. If he doesn't see it, maybe that works out for me.
Maybe. I mean, he's keeping it alive for now. He's like, oh.
I like this choice to just leave Roaches to scout. I mean,
yeah,
it's not going to, like, win him the game or anything, but it's clever. I'm trying to give him credit here for that. I just think he should have taken that second gas and gave him a lot more opportunities. Would have had a larger Roach count even to maybe do more than where he's at right now.
Definitely
His base gets scouted.
Definitely think it was a mistake not to kind of invest in at least something else. Whether it be Bailings or Zergling speed. Anything. Just get that second gas if you have that many drones. And we're going to see this third base go down for free. Way too much DPS there and not enough Roaches to even do anything against it. If he actually tries to engage, he very well lose his army.
Yeah, I guess he was thinking about fighting with the Broodlings with tanking. It's just not going to be enough. Dream will eventually kite back, and now he's moving forward.
Yeah.
Targeting the Roaches down with the Marauders.
He doesn't want to focus too much. Yeah, he's going to end up maybe losing everything, but still a very cost-efficient trade for Dream.
He's up Moonglade 9 Harvesters as a Terran with double Mules.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough gas to spend his money. He's still on one gas. He just added those two. He's on one gas for way too long.
Yeah,
way too long.
He's transitioning into Lair. So I'm looking at what he has. He still hasn't got double upgrades going. Oh, he finally starts his melee. And now he's going for a counterattack with Slowlings.
Against the bunker and bio that's already there with combat shields. And is Stim done? No, it's about to be.
About to be
12
done.
seconds.
He does not have speed upgrading. But he is upgrading Lings. So he needs to realize this. He needs to get that Zergling speed. He needs to get that fourth gas in his main base as well if he wants to make a transition to Tier 2. You're going to need all your gases, especially against the Terran. For that Bailing speed, for the Ling speed. For that 2-2.
He's going to have a bigger he's going to have a bigger disparity in resources if he takes that gold and he has a bunch more minerals from that but doesn't have the gas to spend them. As a Zerg player, you have to have gas with your minerals. The only units you can make without gas are Zerglings, Queens, and Drones. Everything else a Zerg wants to make in this matchup, or in any matchup for that matter, is going to cost you a lot of gas. You absolutely need that.
He sees the two Medivacs with an Overlord and with Zerglings. They are Slowlings still, and he's making 4 Bailings. But Stim has been done. And now,
good amount of creep here, but this is just a almost impossible amount of bio to trade efficiently with no speed. He's just going to pick off a Bailing or two, constantly threaten him. He's got a 3rd CC on the way. He's holding this back for now, though.
He is holding it back. Finally, Zergling speed being upgraded now.
What happens, though, Moonglade, when Dream just sits behind the gold patches?
Well, you're going to see exactly what I was talking about in our first game of the day, Wolf. You're going to see how sad TerrOr will be.
Go behind those patches and kill all the drones.
He honestly doesn't have to, though. Like, let's be real. The army advantage for Dream at this point is ridiculous. And these 2 Widow Mines are going to zone him out even further.
Oh, God. They can hit the Queen. He doesn't even care.
And there we go. Stim, Medivacs, not enough Roaches. That one Bailing doesn't get focused down, actually. It does all the damage it could have possibly ever done.
Bailing's speed finishes now, too.
Is it going to be enough, though? Zergling speed still a while away.
Now he's going to go behind that mineral line. Now he doesn't have the army advantage anymore since the Bailing got such a good hit. He's going to kill these tumors as well, which is pretty hard to replace. It's hard to get Queens back there. Could just lift up now against this force.
Oh, nice drone hit. And yeah, he can just fly over the other side.
Oh, killed a bunch of larvae with that Widow Mine as well.
Yeah, a little awkward position for it. But he's going to get... No, he doesn't get the plan off. But still, very awkward position.
It just, like you said, the Roaches lose efficiency over time in this matchup because they're up against bio that heals. Roaches do burst damage but slowly. And against Bio, the heal is just too much. You can't really kill the units.
No, a ton more drones go down. And Dream can do this all day because it is Roach. It's a Roach composition. There's no mutas in this. The only thing that he's got going for him is Queens. And now we're actually seeing Dream just sit still and fight this massive Roach army.
He just has too much. And now he's going to burrow the Widow Mines. Reinforcements come in. What TerrOr needs is Scourges, man, from StarCraft 1 to beat this army. GG.
GG, yeah. He needed Scourge. He needed Dark Swarm. he needed everything to be plagued for at least 2 minutes first. And,
well, I mean,
we saw Sue have a bit of a chuckle as well.
I think not taking the gas on the main base was the biggest issue. The Roach plan is not a bad plan, but he had, like, way too much money that he couldn't spend without gas for anything. This is how this works. You have to have gas to spend your minerals.
His contingency plan was not executed very well whatsoever. It kind of just got crushed. Making Roaches with Bio, we did see that earlier this season. I forget who did it exactly. It might have been Biol, perhaps. I don't know, that name comes to mind, but I'm not entirely sure.
Biol and Curious are both doing builds like this. Also, Lucky Foyu, I don't know if you remember that name, was doing a lot of that stuff early on in Heart of the Storm because Burrow, got buffed. You can research it earlier and whatnot, but
poor kid, man.
I don't know. I mean, this is the kind of game you want to play against TerrOr because this guy has actually got potential. He's practicing so many games.
He can do well. He can do well. We have seen results from him, whether not be on Pro League, be on online tournaments and whatnot. He can beat these players.
He's the type of player, though, I feel like that probably plays straight up so much